Welcome to the Journey Within podcast, my Sunday catch-up, where I share what's been on my mind this past week. The highs, the challenges, the unexpected moments, the magic, and the little things that made me stop and think. No script, just real reflections as I process life in real time. So whatever you're doing, whether you're unwinding with a cuppa or out for a walk, let's take a moment to look back before stepping into a new week. And if anything resonates, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a message or share your reflections over on @thesoulcoach on social media or YouTube. Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday Catch-Up podcast. How are you? And how has your week been? I really hope it's been a good one. And for me, there's been magic and love in the air throughout this week. And it's been rather wonderful, as you can probably tell by my voice. It's been a really good week. Yay! We can finally put the last 2 weeks behind us. We can put Mercury retrograde behind us and we can forge forward. And I hope you've been feeling that too. I know a lot of you have been feeling tired, and I know the Schumann frequency has gone up and there's been loads of auroras and stuff, so I know it's been affecting some of your energy levels. For me, it's been having the opposite. I've had really high energy for most of the week, but then I haven't been at work for half the week, so that's probably helped. But yeah, I can't wait to share this week with you, and it's definitely been a magical one, and I'm going to share that with you very soon. I bumped into a lady today doing my Living a Life of Magic new course, and she gave me some feedback, and she said she was loving it, and she said it was just so cool. She said that I've got such high positive energy, and that she can hear that I'm so passionate about people embracing and living a life of magic and connecting to that magic within. And she said she's loving doing it. So that was really good to hear that feedback. I really enjoyed hearing that. And also been getting some really nice testimonies this week. So that's been nice as well, that the messages are filtering out. Because sometimes you do hear the feedback, but then when people who you're not expecting it from come and say to you, it's just like, oh, it's amazing. I'm really happy that they found something positive from what I'm putting out there. So yeah, it's really great. And I was also looking at the podcast stats yesterday, and honestly, I can't believe that people are listening to me all around the world. And it was always a dream to somehow have a voice in different parts of the world, and how on earth was that going to happen? And it's actually it's coming true, and it's a reality. So thanks for listening, and I really hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. And I'm truly grateful for that. And it's lovely. It's just lovely to see that and to hear from you. So please do send me messages. And you can find me on all the normal socials on The Soul Coach, and you can reach out for me through there or my website, thesoulcoach.com. So yeah, that's been amazing. And my app this week, I just want to mention that because it was a big job to do an app, and having all the input from lovely friends and Alistair literally creating it and pulling it all together. It's really cool. Will and I are just loving those affirmations, and it's really nice having the journal to complete, because it's so nice to record all the things that I'm grateful for and have it in one place so I can reflect back, and that's magic in itself. So I've loved the app this week, and it's really lovely to see again that people are downloading it and are using it, and then I'm getting the feedback about that as well. And so yeah, it just feels really positive and really good. And sometimes when it's a bit dark and we're not, we're feeling a bit wobbly and everything else, just know that there is light. And when there are challenges, as we know, there is growth to come out of that, and it's okay to be in that dark period and just observe it, and then we come out of it. So yeah, really positive. And I bumped into a lady who's doing my Living a Life of Magic new video course. And she gave me some amazing feedback, and I'm going to share it with you because it was just so uplifting. And she said how much she's enjoying doing it, and she's getting a lot from it, and it's really making a difference to her. And she said my energy is just really high. She can see how passionate I am, and it's just really nice to get that message out there about people living a life of magic and what that magic is, because literally we are the magic, and the magic isn't brain led, it happens. And I was talking to a customer today as well, and she was saying that her intuition has been really, really strong, and that she had this dream about she got woken up that someone, she lives in a van, and she got woken up with someone banging on the van. No, let me backtrack. So she lives in a van, and there's been a man breaking into the vans, and she had this dream where she felt that someone was banging on her van, and it woke her up with a start. And she looked out the window, and she saw this man on the other side of the road. Really interesting how her intuition actually woke her up through the dream for her to become aware of that. And she was like, she came in because she wants to do more of that work. And she was like, have you got a crystal for me to connect to that intuition? And of course we do. But I also said to her that this is part of like the magic, and that that magic happens. It's not brain-led. It's not something that we can control. It's something that happens. And the best piece of advice that I could give her and give anyone is just to work on themselves, to clear their conditioning, to clear the programming, and to come back into centeredness so that that magic can be heard, so that can be accessed. And just found it really interesting. So yeah, it was really lovely to have that feedback about the magic course, and it's really great how that magic just happens spontaneously. So, and that's what's happened this week. There's been a lot of magic in the air, and I'm really excited to be sharing that with you. Also, I've been doing a lot of outputting on to do with April healing, so I hope you've been following that and enjoying the healing, because it's really great to connect to that universal energy. It's the magic within, it's that consciousness. And we've been putting a lot of like little meditations, just little reminders to come back to center. They're just really useful little tidbits that have been coming out, and then the bigger YouTube videos on how to connect to that universal energy. And this week is all about connecting to the abundance around us and about sacred energy as well. So yeah, that's been really cool, and really been planning the challenge that Scott set me for May Wisdom. So I'm really excited about sharing that with you, and that's coming out obviously on the 1st of May, and we're going to be in LA, so it's going to be really awesome. But very exciting, all about May Wisdom and sharing some of these teachers that we listen to and my favourite parts of their wisdom. So I'm going to be sharing that all with you, and there's going to be the normal blogs, YouTube videos, etc, etc, etc. So that, yeah, that's so exciting. So I'm going backwards on this podcast. So the other thing as well I wanted to say is Easter weekend here, and the vibe is high. Everyone's in such a good mood. The sun is shining. The spring flowers just look so beautiful. The birds are doing their thing. It's just like really, really lovely, and people are just buying their gifts. And the shopping centre is going to be shut, and people are not working. They've got a 4-day bank holiday, and super. It's really, really lovely. So I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying this weekend, and it's really lovely and vibey for you too. But if it's not, don't worry, because when there is a down, you have to come back up, just like a roller coaster ride. So it's all okay. All is well. So yeah, I've really been enjoying the weather, and I've been enjoying all of that. So I am going to now, so I wanted to say all of that before I shared with you the magic and the love. So we had Hattie's engagement last Saturday, and we danced till we dropped. It was absolutely fantastic. Being with family, being with friends, it was absolutely brilliant. And it was such a high vibe. The weather couldn't have been better. It was in a hotel and there was an outdoor area and people were mingling and just really enjoying chatting to each other, and it was just really lovely. And the DJ man was great, and it was just really lovely, great energy, absolutely fantastic. And they had a bongo man, so a man playing the bongos. Oh, it was awesome. The beat was incredible. And you remember I was doing that ecstatic dancing back in Bali? Well, I was bongo dancing and I loved every single second of it. Honestly, where I just love dancing so much. It's so freeing for me and it just gets in my body and I just love the vibe. I just love it. And you know, I danced pretty much all night and was loving it. I think people thought I was drunk and I wasn't. I had a couple of glasses of Prosecco. And then I was on water because there was no way I could dance all night and be drunk and not drink water. So yeah, and we had eaten, but I didn't eat too much. So yeah, it was just like a perfect storm of amazement, and the energy was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it was just awesome. And it was so nice to see Hattie and Matt really happy, his family happy, his friends happy. And you know when that vibe happens, it's just absolutely awesome. And I've been so inspired by the dancing and everything, and by the ecstatic dancing with Bali and everything else, that I want to set up some kind of, I was clapping then because I'm so excited. I want to set up some kind of event where we get the DJ and maybe even the bongo man, and we have an evening somewhere, and everyone can come along and do some dancing and just have fun and not worry about anything, and just do this whole kind of dancing where it's what I experienced in Bali with the ecstatic dancing, where you just do your own thing and no one touches you or talks to you, and it's just like 2 hours of amazing dancing. So yeah, I'm going to set that up, and I'll share when and where that's going to be, but that will be coming up, I don't know, maybe in the autumn. And then I was chatting to Annika, one of my ladies that comes to my spiritual awareness workshop, and we've done a lot of work together, and she's super awesome. And she was saying, how about doing a chakra dance? So combining that ecstatic dance with the chakra dancing. So yeah, so watch this space on that. I'm so super excited about that. I have to calm down because it's just amazing. So that was on Saturday night. And then Sunday, Will and I went to Portsmouth. We had a nightmare journey down. It took us nearly 3 hours because the A3 was shut. And then I don't even know if it was shut or was shut. I think anyway, it doesn't matter, but it took us ages to get to there. But it didn't matter. All was good, all was well, because we knew we had 3 nights away and we could just relax, no work. Just relax. We needed to reset, refresh, get some sea air, do lots of walking, and we love spending time down there. And we were back in our old place where we love to stay, so we didn't have to deal with the clutter. I don't know if you remember that from a previous podcast, but when we stayed at that previous place, there was so much clutter. My vibe was not aligned with the clutter, but we're back and we're right on the old Portsmouth Harbour, seeing the ships come in and everything else, and it's such a beautiful space. So yeah, that was really lovely. And the moment we arrived, it was fine. The journey was forgotten about. And so yeah, we did just that. We had loads of fun. We relaxed, we reset. We did do all the walking, we reflected, we chatted, we caught up. It was so needed. And yeah, it was lovely. We had meals out every day, we had coffee, we drank wine, we went to a quiz night. yeah, it was just awesome. And we were watching, oh my goodness me, on Netflix, we've been binge watching, I think it's called This City of Ours. I always get it muddled up, the title, but I think it was The City of Ours, and it was really cool. So we're watching that in the evenings. Nothing like, is there, binging a series, and it was on BBC iPlayer, and yeah, it was really good. It was like Peaky Blinders, but in modern day in Liverpool, and our friends had recommended it to us, Steve and Ange, and yeah, it was excellent. Really loved that. It's just nice just to switch off, you know. And on one of the days, we just wanted to go on a to like the far end of Portsmouth, like harbour area, past Southsea and on the end. And when you walk it's kind of like the end, and then Hayling Island is like a little ferry trip. So we got an Uber to there, and then we walked all the way round, and we saw where the pub we went to with our friends Nicola and Scott, where we went to Hayling Island, and it was just so nice. It was great. And then we got an electric bike back. So we got on our bikes, and we electric bikes back. We won't do it again. It was so expensive. But as I kept saying to Will, the joy and the fun and the excitement I felt, anyway, I thought it was worth it. But yeah, really expensive. And they said that there was 30 minutes free, but that never happened. But anyway, it was really awesome. And then we went to our favourite coffee shop. We got a coffee shop. We bumped into Alistair, chatting to loads of people. And then we went to walk back to our place we were staying. We walked past the circus, and huge, like, big top on Southsea Common. I was like, oh, Will, should we go to the circus? I haven't been to the circus in years. And, of course, they had animals then at Hook Road Arena, I think. And that was like, I don't even know how old I was. I was so little. But I remember it because I remember, like, the horses going around the big top. Do you remember that? And the big scary clowns and the, yeah. It was, so anyway, we were like, shall we, shan't we? We found out the prize. And then we like walked off, so we'll come back tomorrow. And then Will went, we do it today or never. And I was like, yeah, let's do it today. And we went to the circus. It was amazing. It was absolutely jaw-dropping amazing. And we sat there, and Will had noticed that there was motorbikes within it. And we're getting near the end. He's like, do you think the motorbike's coming on? I'm like, well, I think so, because the floor looked like... Anyway, the motorbikes last bit was awesome. In this like cage, 4 motorbikes in this little cage all going around each other. It was really awesome. And not only that, all the acts, honestly, the dedication, the what they must do from a training point of view to perfect their act, it was dangerous and it was awesome. And there was this one guy, and he did this whole thing with a hoop in the air, and he had his ripped shirt off, and obviously he was very fit. And then there was these beautiful ladies as well that managed to kind of contort themselves. I can't remember what the name is, but like, honestly, they could put themselves into positions I couldn't even imagine, and it was so graceful. It was so beautiful. It was the guys were just amazing. The guys were sexy. The women were sexy, but it was just so lovely. The beat was great. The vibe was great, and they just perfect their skill. Honestly, it was amazing. And what I loved about it is the teamwork. Like the guys, they all, like, all the performers were like helping all the other performers, and they were doing everything. They were sweeping. They were serving behind the serving the popcorn. They were doing the tickets. They were just everywhere, and it just seemed like a really nice family unit, really nice community, and just, yeah, it was just really awesome. Will and I absolutely loved it. It was great. And the clown, he was really great. He's so talented. He really was. And he didn't look like the clown from my day. He didn't look scary at all, because I think clowns can be quite triggering for people because they were quite scary. But he was like a modern day clown. He had the red nose and he made everyone laugh, and it was just really funny, and we laughed out loud on a little act that he did. So yeah, if you get the chance to go to a circus, I think it was called Siam Circus. I think they were from Colombia, and they're touring around the whole of the UK, and it's well worth going. It really was. So yeah, that was fun, and we went on a quiz night, and we left before we got the results. We got paired up with a lovely family couple and their son. I don't think we were that helpful to them, but we enjoyed it. It was really nice, and it was just something different to do that we can look back on. And I think that's what it's about, isn't it? It is about working hard. It's about doing what we do day in, day out, but then it's also having time out just to do something different, and to just this chance to reflect. So yeah, that's what we did. It was really nice. Will I Can really enjoyed it, and so did I. It was lovely. And then came back, and I had spiritual awareness evening, the last one, 4 weeks. Where does that time go? Honestly, I really don't know where that time goes. It goes so quickly. So it was the last night, and I was so super proud, and I was so super happy because they had all made breakthroughs, and you could see it in their face, and they just, yeah, it was just awesome. Like jaw-dropping at the circus, seeing the whole community and their talent and what they could do and the risks that they take and everything else. And then seeing the courage of these lovely ladies, of them facing stuff and just embracing some new fresh ideas, and the commitment to the 4 weeks of turning up and doing the work in between. Awesome, absolutely awesome, really inspiring. And yeah, not only has it been, yeah, that's true, not only has it been magical, the love has been amazing, and also the inspiration from the circus, the inspiration from these ladies on the spiritual awareness workshop. And the other thing as well, when we were away, we came up with some, dare I say, some new ideas. But Will reminded me that I'd written a palm reading book many, many years ago, and I've done nothing with it. And so I'm going to pull that out and update it, and then get that published. So because palm reading has really been part of my life for many, many years, and it's an amazing tool to help with some insight to people that want to help themselves and who are just a little bit lost, not sure where they're going. The hands literally reveal so much. So yeah, it'll be great to get that book out. And to start talking a little bit about the lines and palm reading and everything else. And it's really interesting because I read Scott's hands, and we looked at his hands and videoed it on YouTube, and that's been really, really popular. And I think I'd like to do a bit more on YouTube around palm reading. So maybe getting this book out and refreshing it and updating it will be really great. And then we've had other ideas for courses and stuff as well. So yeah, there's a lot happening, a lot happening. And we also met with Alistair, who, as you know, is our tech guy, and he helps pull everything together for us. And we met with him, and yeah, again, we're just continuing doing what we're doing, but improving things, streamlining things, and just doing more. There's going to be more meditations on the app. There's going to be more affirmations. There's just more coming. So yeah, really, really, really excited. The other thing as well, just before I go, we did this really nice exercise, which I invite you to do as well. And that is, we just did a little meditation. So you can just close your eyes and, take few deep breaths in or listen to a guided meditation. But then imagine your future you. So imagine a future you from a year from today. And so that future you has lived a year in your life. It's experienced things, it's been achieving things, it's been doing all the things that you want to happen, and it's been manifesting. So you imagine that future you, and then you get a piece of paper and you write a letter from your future self. So you can do it from a year ahead, or you can do it 5 years, 3 years. I think year is a really nice timeline. And then just write a letter to you from your future self, just a loving letter, cheering you on, giving you encouragement. What can you do today that will really help your future self? And just allow the pen to write and trust that the information and the wisdom will come. So that was a really nice thing we did at a spiritual awareness workshop. And that's the week. That is the week. As you can tell, it's been a great week. Really enjoyed this week. Lots of opportunities, lots of possibilities, and yeah, lots more to come. And I'm really excited. So I'm hoping kind of June onwards, I'm going to be able to invite you up on the hill for meditation, story time, and just to enjoy the vibe up there. So yeah, look out for that as well. That's it. That's the end of my week. So I hope yours was good. What happened to you? What was great? What was the kind of the running theme of your week? I tell you something else. I want to tell you something else as well. Something that I've been doing every day, and we always are listening to podcasts, and we listened to one on Joe Dispenza again, going down to Portsmouth. One of the things that he said, and I've been doing it this week, so I've been building it into my little morning routine. So every morning, not before I wake up, but once I've woken up, before I get out of bed, that's when I believe that we are the closest to consciousness, we're closest to the magic, and we're closest to God energy, whatever you want to call it. And so I just lay there and I just like feel the energy, and just like wake up my body and just be in that energy field. And it's really rather beautiful, and I love doing it, just being there. It's just my sacred time, and it's just wonderful. And then and I do it without fail, and I do say, what would you have me do, where would you have me go, and what would you have me say? And I say that every time, and you know that because you've been listening to this podcast. But I know some of you are already doing it, but what I've also added in is about asking what does my authentic self want to feel today? So how is my authentic self going to appear today? And so I've been doing that every morning as well, and asking that question. So yeah, what does my highest oh my God, I've just got a blank moment. I've already said it. Why have I got a blank moment? That's so strange. That's so weird. Yeah. So what does there we go. Breathe, Caroline. You haven't breathed for nearly 30 minutes now. So what does my authentic self, my highest authentic self, how does it want to express itself today? How does it want to be? And so what's been happening then, and I've been visualizing that, and I've been seeing that really clear, and I've been getting the words for that. And then when I'm showing up in my day, I've been that has been coming to my mind, and so that then I'm being the my best authentic self throughout the day. And that's really, really helped me this week. It really has, and I've really found that to be extremely helpful, motivational, and to be even more in the magic and aligned to the present moment. So yeah, that's been absolutely awesome. So however you want to phrase it, but it's just about your higher authentic self. How does it want to express itself today? So there we go. That's it. That's the end of the Sunday Catch-Up podcast. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're great. All is well. Let's just take a moment to have a breath. So just do that. Breathing in, breathing out. All is well right now. Allowing yourself the realization that you are the magic. And observing yourself. Just observe. Observe your body right now. Observing your energy. How are you feeling? And it's been so lovely to observe all the loveliness this week. It really has. Knowing we're not any of it. But it's great to ride the highs. It's great to enjoy those highs. So just breathing in, breathing out. Have an awesome week ahead. Remember, just come back to presence, come back to the now, taking a breath. Until next week, keep being you, keep being your authentic self, and enjoy. Take care, God bless. And that's my week wrapped up. What stood out, what shifted, and what I'm taking forward. Now it's over to you. What moments shaped your week? What inspired you? Let's keep the conversation going. Come and connect with me on @thesoulcoach or YouTube and let me know your thoughts. If this episode spoke to you, feel free to share it, tag me, or send it to someone who might enjoy it too. See you next week for another reflection. But until then, take care, stay present, and keep journeying within.